Am I the asshole for not inviting my wife to any of my family events? Story time. I am 27 years old. My wife 25 now. When my wife and my parents met, her being 19, almost 20 years old, they seemingly got along. Not until I found out from my wife now that my mom was throwing underhanded comments at her, which is when I started to pay attention, and yes, it was true. I then brought it up to my mom and dad because he was going along with it and never said anything. My mom explained that she didn't want my wife now to be with me, that I could do so much better, and that she was stealing me from them. Oh, there it is. I can't find my red flags to throw. I understood her feelings, as me and my parents are very close, but I told my parents that this wasn't their decision and I hope that they understand, and they needed to stop being rude to my wife. They agreed, but refused to apologize. Now I told my wife that this underhanded comments rudeness would stop going forward in our relationship, and I apologized to her on behalf of my parents. But she wanted an apology from them, which wasn't going to happen. This sentence is rough, and I'm going to read it the way that it was written. Okay, here goes. My wife then told me she would never go to any of my family events, that she accepted my apology but wouldn't be attending. I completely agree. Now through the next 2 to 3 years, I would still invite my wife to family events and told her it wouldn't be an issue, and if there was, I would handle it on the spot. That sentence took 25% of my life force. She always declined though. I felt a bit bad, but understood. Eventually, I stopped asking her as I was always shut down every time. I asked, but I very clearly told her, if you ever want to go with me to any family event, you are always invited. Now, fast forward to the present, I don't even ask her anymore. I just tell her when I'm going to my parents with our 3 kids. We're fast. Crying emoji. But we recently had an argument because her mom threw it in my face on why I didn't take my wife with me when I visited my family. Mind exploding emoji. When we got home, I asked her what was that about. My wife proceeded to tell me that why I don't take her with me when I go visit family or don't even ask anymore. And I answered because I've tried for the past 5 years and you would never go. Now she's mad at me and we're in an awkward place. Am I the asshole for not inviting her to my family events or giving up on inviting her? Number 1, sir, the way that you write is very difficult to voice. My eyeballs and my vocal cords will never recover. And yes, you are the asshole. Here's why. I understand weird shit between spouse and in-laws. That kind of stuff can happen, but you got to play the long game to fix that kind of thing. You lost the ability to have that long game strategy whenever you had kids. Once you had kids and started taking them to family events that you didn't take her to, you fucked up. That was it. Right then was the moment that you needed to have all this shit fixed by. That was your deadline. Your deadline passed 3 kids ago. You're way past it now. And now, not only do you have to fix this, but you have to make up for the 3 kids worth of time, 5 years you say, where you didn't have it fixed. And I don't know how you're going to do that, man. You could start by taking some grammar classes and just see where that takes you. You, sir, have a lot of work to do, and you have to get your parents on board. Is their pride worth wrecking a family over? Because they're the issue, right? I mean, you screwed up too, now you're lumped in with it, but they have to apologize. You have to grovel for a long, long time. And all of this stuff needs to happen for a long time in order to heal this wound. If you don't, your family's going to implode. There's no way that this is a stable, healthy, long-term relationship. Nope, no sir. This is a time bomb that's going to explode if you don't fix it, and fix it quick. You got a lot of work to do. That's all there is to it.